Hello and welcome back to PUBG Academy. I am at wtfmoses, and today we are taking a look at the I Am the Ace, hereby known as Ace. We are playing on Erangel. As always, if you want your replays submitted for review, you can check out the link down in the description below. I accept all replays. They don't have to be wins. They don't have to be particularly high level. If you have an interesting game, either squad, duo, or solo, tournament game, it doesn't matter. Feel free to submit it, and maybe you could have yours reviewed as well. So for now, let's jump in and see what Ace here has in store for us. So it looks like we're dropping immediately into Primorsk, and that was very early in the plane path, so he's going to have a lot of friends down here with him. So a bit of a hot drop situation. We'll see what he can get himself into here. He does have a significant amount of enemies landing with him, so the key in Primorsk typically is around the diner area, but he's going to opt for the opposite side of town and just start with the first building he can get. Micro Uzi's a strong first game, or first part of the game weapon. Oh. Guess there was a guy in a parachute there. And also that guy. So nice movement. Good first couple of kills. Clearly needs some more ammo, but we'll switch out to the AK. There's a Kar 98 on the ground there, but might not want that just yet. Oh, there we go. Alright, so around him he's got one player looting still. See if we can get through the loot phase a little quicker here. There's a guy over there. Looks like Buddy is going to try and make an escape here. Yeah, it looks like he's going to try and take off. Hot in pursuit, however, is Ace. Not willing to give up this kill. Lands another one. Good pressure so far. Not giving the guy any time and space. Nice. Doesn't have a vest, so took a little bit more damage than he probably would have liked, but otherwise good pressure on the kill. So far, so good. And there's his vest. So Primorsk is now down to about 5 people, including our friend here. So pathing so far is really good. I like the way that he's just kind of seeking out the gunfire. But obviously does need to get himself a little bit better loot still. He's only got the level 1 vest. A couple other missing things, but he's getting lots of ammo and whatnot, so kind of shows you how activity in the early game can lead to a good first kit. He needs a level 2 vest and a level 2 backpack, and he's basically good to go for the first part of the game. I'll think a little bit of loot luck there for sure, but for now I'm really liking the way this guy is playing aggressively. So Primorsk can be a little scary for some people, just well, even just for navigating, just because of all the windows. Running through the open areas like over here is just dangerous because there's just so many windows and everyone's running from house to house, so you can lose track of enemies relatively quickly if they're not shooting at each other. You can see that everyone's in houses here, and even for Ace, who's just kind of trying to get looted, you have lots of lines of sight where he could potentially get spotted if he's running through a window or running out the back of a house. He could be spotted by any of these guys. So for the most part, nothing to worry about just yet. But it's just something to keep in mind for Primorsk. I like to do a little route where I start at the diner and then pick off anybody who's around the warehouses, because these are probably the most popular areas. And then I'll actually go this way and start clearing the perimeter of town. That way you're not running between houses and whatnot. So that's kind of my preferred way to do it, but let's see what Ace is up to here. Looks like he's now spotted him. 4X AK. So far so good. I think that's his 4th kill or 3rd. Fourth kill, yep. So, good start to the game. I think at this stage, he's probably making the right decision to likely head out of Primorsk. He's, aside from, like I said, the backpack and the vest, he's in pretty good shape. And really sticking along in Primorsk for too long it doesn't have a lot of upside. And we'll see what the zone looks like. And he's not in the zone either, so it'll be a central circle. So I wouldn't really care if he were to leave now, since the circle's on the way and he doesn't have a vehicle yet. So we'll see if we can maybe pick someone off on the road here. Not quite. Ooh. Pro Buster wants it. Ooh, here we go. Come on. Oh, there you go. Oh, man. Arm shot and an upper body. Didn't quite hit the head shot, but no big deal. I didn't see any boosts or anything come out yet for Ace here. I'm not sure if he's just saving it or what, but... Oh, he just killed himself. The guy just jumped out and killed himself. I'll count that. I'm counting that as a kill for Ace, just because he caused so much psychological torment that he couldn't handle it. All right. So while our hero runs over here, see what the situation is around him. So it looks like the edge of the zone is occupied by this guy, but he's near the quarry. Probably not going to spot anybody from where he is at. He's way the hell over here, just kind of running around. Likely looking for a vehicle or just making the way into the zone. So that's some free loot for Ace. Looks like he is going to pick up some of the extras that he might not have had. Still no level 2 vest, but regardless, he's doing good. All right. So we will catch up with Ace here in just a second. We'll see what what action we can find when we get further into this round. All right, so rejoining Ace here. Still making his way into the zone. Looks like he's going to ditch the vehicle and want to run in. Not a bad strategy, but when you're running under the edge of the zone, you're going to see, and you should assume this as well, we have the benefit of the observer client, but edge of the zone is always a dangerous place, especially in the early game. Looks like he wants to run into someone pretty quick here. Oh, looks like he spotted him. Wait for it. Oh, what a shame. Hit that one. There we go. Nice shots. Nice shots. I like it. Picked himself up another kill. So he does list himself as aggressive in the survey, so kind of expected to see this type of behavior. I think he's got a decent ranking too. I think he was like 1800 or something like that. So staying on foot in this area is a little questionable. I would have kept the buggy. I think if you're, I mean, the circle's closing, you might get a hard shift at this stage, and this Chopsticks region where he's at, you can see is very open, unless he decides to play on the edge, which is fine. But even then, like any other additional runs you might have to do here, you're kind of forced to go up the mountain, in my opinion, because running out through these fields, you have so many obvious spots where there would be players, and it looks like that's what he's going to do, is he's going to run up through the trees, which is a wise choice, but still not entirely sure why he didn't keep the vehicle at this stage of the game. There is only 18 left alive. That's a pretty low amount of players for this, I think, second transition. But hey, look, it's Raven Angler from before. Obviously hearing the shots. Oh, you can see him sitting there. Well, that's one lesson on the part of Raven Angler, is that if you you should always smoke a dead body just in case. I mean, especially in that kind of spot around the edge of the zone. There's no need to just sit wide in the open, perfectly still and loot. Oh, we spotted another guy way over there, I think. Yeah, just to throw a smoke grenade down on the body, keep it safe for yourself. I mean, you're not gonna harm anything by doing that. So, lesson for Raven Angler if he sees this, I suppose. He's actually got a guy coming on his right flank here, pretty close. Got the surprise on him. Nice reposition. I like how he backed off immediately instead of chasing. I would be nading right now, and it looks like he's going to. Nice. Deathmark heard the grenade. Really liking the way Ace positions himself. The way he kind of takes the low, like the way he's taking this low side flank. Now, like Deathmark is aware of where he's at. Hold on. So, the one thing that he did really nicely is he landed a bunch of shots, but instead of standing here like I do this all the time. Like I would assume Deathmark is gonna move somewhere, so I would just kind of stand here and see what he would do, and then try and hit more shots in transition. But when you do that, like if you do what I'm saying that I do all the time, is kind of stand here and wait for him to move, you're leaving yourself open. So the fact that he kind of tucked back and is repositioned down to a better spot is a really good habit to get into, and something that good players do all the time. If you see players like Choco Taco playing the game, he's really good at defensive movement like that, where if something isn't, even if he has the advantage, he always opts to seem to jump into a defensive position and really maximize your chance of survivability. Even though, like you can see, Deathmark popped a med kit and is now back to full health. He's taken a bunch of damage, but he does have that level 3 vest, so this is essentially a full reset. And that's kind of what you have to assume. And something I forget all the time as well is that med kits are in the game, and you could have a full health opponent here without much knowledge, and that can be a big problem for you if you have bad open posture like I sometimes do. So, good positioning so far from Ace. He repeaks it again. Maybe he hits it. Here comes another grenade. Ooh, that looked close. Looked real close. Okay, a little stationary. The zone's closing. So you can see Evian's here. He's on the way. Got to be mindful of that timing. Nice. Nice shot. Can be a little scary repeaking on a Kar 98 angle, or sorry, Kar 98 battle on the same angle over and over again. You can. I think that if he wanted to, he could have ran the low side flank here and put more pressure onto him, because he could have cover all the way down the hill. And you can see Evians is now showing up a little bit late. But if Evians was also an aggressive player and was playing a little bit quicker, he could have easily come and flanked, but it didn't happen, so you can't really hold it against Ace. So at this stage, he's got a bit of the circle luck. There's 13 alive. A little less, again, than I would have expected at this stage of the game, but there's still lots of opponents out there for him to fight. And now he's got a decent position just outside the zone. His sight, like his target acquisition is really good as well. Another one. He's killing it. He's looking in the right places. Like, that's a really good example of where to look. I mean, he's looking out to the zone to see if anyone's approaching, because, this is where he's at, and this is where the new zone was. This guy was silhouetted where he was standing, and he also was looking back into the zone, but in an inefficient manner. Like, he's just sitting here. You can't really see anything. Like, up here would be a good thing, but really you have to think where a player's going to be going. I would be looking more down this hill. He would have spotted this guy maybe. Anyway, Ace's target acquisition and just kind of game sense as to where players are going to be is really good. Side note, I'm happy they fixed the replay system finally. It actually runs properly now. So Ace has a pretty easy path into the zone so far. He's got another player coming behind him. But he might spot him. Oh yeah, good timing. Or maybe not. Yeah, he's running. This guy's on the low side of the hill, so he might not see him. Yeah, he's probably not going to see him. So easy transition into the zone, but he does have some nice hill. I actually really like this spot for the stage of the game. He's got lots of cover on the way out of this place. So really liking his pathing choices as well. I think that's a bit of circumstance considering he came from the south end of the map. It's just kind of a natural progression for him to wind up here. It's almost a straight line from Primorsky to here. So he's just picking his pathing right, which is something that even good players can forget sometimes. So again, you just noticed he kind of took a peek out behind him. He's just being really smart. He's letting the zone come in behind him, and he's just waiting to see if players are showing up. You can just tell by his posture that the way he's... Now he's going to max his boost, maybe? Just for fun. So, again, always looking to the edge of the play zone. Really smart. Just kind of making sure that there's no late players. Like of a Solly or even these two guys were a little closer. He would hear those shots. Yeah, he hears the shot. So he's going to go and take a look. So this guy plays very similar to the way I do. That's the first thing that I've noticed. So all the compliments, you know, for a good reason. This guy is just clueless. Good return fire, but a little too late. Looks like he's going to get himself a level 3 helmet and vest, but... Again, look, he's... Oh, maybe he just doesn't want to loot. Huh. Interesting. Not sure why he skipped it. That was a level 3 helmet and vest on that guy, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, this guy had a level 3 helmet and stuff. Not to mention the AWM. Not sure why he didn't go for the loot there. He had time, for sure, but maybe a little concerned about getting to the zone. He's still got the level 1 vest, but... Ooh. Oh, he stole it. Unapologetic. And he knows where the other guy is, too. Well, at least he kind of knows. There he is. Oh my god, this guy's a god. Really like this game is flowing very well for him. He just seems to be like he seems to be hitting the right place, right time thing over and over again, which is really impressive. So, I think he might have saw that guy down there, but he just didn't quite register that was him. I like his game sense is very, very good. You can always, like, he's always looking to, like, he's jumping around, which is something that everyone does. But the way he's looking down this hill, like, this is a really good sight line for him because he's got cover and he can see all the way down. So, like, look, like, and you got to think of where map pressure is going to be. Coming out of Pachinki from the school, Razak area. Like, this side of the map, especially around here, you can see is going to have players there just from the same reason that he ended up on the southern part of the circle is because of popular loot spots from that direction. So really liking that. I'm really confused as to why he didn't go for the loot, but regardless, I guess he's attached to his level 1 vest at this point. Okay, I would slow down here a little bit. He's still got 50 seconds. He doesn't need to be in the zone this early, especially in the late game. See now, and the reason I say that is if you look at the map now, he's put himself in front of 2 players. Like, you have to assume that there's at least 1 or 2 guys playing the edge of the circle. So I would have backed this off a little bit and just waited because, you know, with a minute left, he can hold this angle and still have a shorter path to the zone than basically anyone who could be down here. And you can see that I wouldn't be surprised if this guy ends up getting behind him and shooting him in the back. I haven't seen this replay, but you know, just looking at the way this guy's moving, he's probably going to wind up coming back this way because it's the better path to the zone than this way. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Yeah, a little bit early. Oh, boy. It's coming up behind you. Oh, the gunfire is distracting him. Oh, no. Oh, boy. I know I can... Oh, the guy potatoed. Now he's got his back to the play zone. Nice recovery. Oh no! His vest has got to be in bad shape. Here we go. Who's gonna win? That guy's got zone pressure. So maybe the positioning's starting to pay off. Woo! Oh, what a shame, dude. Oh, damn it. So he got pressure from the bottom as well. This guy saw him. This guy got him down here. This guy won the game, guaranteed. Blatton. All right. So really nice game. Really nice game all the way through. I think that Ace is a good player for sure. And just one little mistake in going to the zone a little early cost him. Just a little tiny mistake in approaching that zone a little too early. So the lesson here, first of all, thank you, Ace, for submitting a wonderful replay. Very nice to watch. But yeah, that just there's no need at this stage of the... Where is he? Did we lose our nameplates? There you are. Okay. So he just came in a little bit early to the zone. In this late stage of the game, considering how much cover there is, you can just max your boosts, and then you can run in with the zone. Like, you can just make your way in. So essentially what happens is this guy will run up the hill. Like, you can see, like, if he had stayed where he was for just a little bit longer and kept this sight line, he would have murked this guy easy. And that way there's no surprise a little bit later on. He doesn't get surprised by the guy. He's not forced around the tree. Like, this, just one little mistake kind of compounds on you, right? So this guy came all the way up, just running. Head down, running up the hill. Gets an eyeball on Ace shortly here. So that forces Ace around the back of the tree, exposing him to both this guy, who's already spotted him, I think. Let's see. Or who spots him fairly shortly after. Like, he's following the shots. Bam. See, just like that. So then, even though Ace did a good job of recovering from this flank, he's now got his back to the whole side of the play zone. I don't know when Blatton ended up seeing him, but Blatton's by himself over here, and he's riding it in. You can see he's riding the circle in. He's doing the right thing. So he gets pressure from Akira, and then Blatton just probably sees him on the side of the hill. Yep, just like that. You can see him. Yeah. So, and then Akira essentially has zone pressure unless, yeah, he's already spotted. Guaranteed he died like seconds after this. But, yeah, just a tiny mistake, a tiny little mistake. But a really, really nice game, and I think that Ace really exhibited a lot of good behaviors that typically top-end players will have. So thank you to Ace for submitting this replay. Of course, you guys can submit your replays as well. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/WTFMoses, and follow me on Twitter at WTFMoses. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch. And until next time, I'll see you out there.